Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an Arlecchino building video. We're going to be doing her character ascension, weapon, artifacts, and talents today. I'm really excited to be building her, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm really happy to have you here, so let's get into it. Okay, so the first order of business is Arlecchino's character ascension. For that, we need to farm the Legolas Golem for the fragments of a golden melody. I decided to farm this boss with my friend because they also pulled Arlecchino and needed the boss drops. I don't usually use my fragile resin for leveling up characters. I usually like to save it, but I was just so excited to build Arlecchino, so I did end up using a bit of it. I think I used like 20 fragiles, which I don't think is too bad. I think that's alright. We'll get it back. And I definitely love Arlecchino and don't regret that decision. Now, originally, I didn't really get the hype around Arlecchino, but after completing the Fontaine Archon quest and also doing her story quest, I just really fell in love with her character. I think her character design is really cool. I really like her playstyle. And also, I just love the way she was written and how she is as a character. I just find it so endearing how much she cares about all the children in the House of the Hearth. I don't want to go too much into the plot in case you haven't finished Fontaine, but yeah, just do Fontaine. Fontaine is incredible, and Arlecchino is incredible in it. Now, like random thing, but my ping was so high this day. Like I was trying to play co-op with my friend, and it just kept glitching so badly, and then I would just like completely exit the game, and I felt so bad every time because then they would have to fight the boss by themselves while I was busy trying to sort my Wi-Fi out. It was bad. I don't know what my issue with my Wi-Fi has been recently, but it's been really annoying. I'm hoping that they can fix it up soon, but until then, we try our best to make it work. And we did end up getting the boss drops in the end, so that's what's important. So I decided to switch from filming on my iPad to on my laptop. And even though I am really liking the quality of it better, there has been a bit of a learning curve around that. First of all, I've been using OBS to record my screen while I play, and that was already a challenge trying to figure out how to make it work. I had to watch a few tutorials to figure out how to like make it work, how to get rid of the black screen, you know, all that stuff. It was a little bit annoying, but we ended up fixing it, and I'm really liking how it looks recording on my laptop instead of my iPad. I think this is probably going to be my preference now that I've figured things out. I also started using a new editing software, and it has been a huge learning curve. It's definitely a lot more professional than the one I was using before, and while it does have so many more features and has so much more that you can do in terms of editing, it was so complicated to get started with. I literally felt like I was using a laptop for the first time. But we figured it out, and I'm pretty proud of this video. It will obviously get better over time as I learn and grow more in terms of, you know, making YouTube videos. But in terms of right now, I am pretty proud of the progress that I've been making. After farming the Legolas Golem, we also went to farm the Pyro Regis Vine for the Pyro Crystals. I don't know about you, but I feel like these bosses used to feel so much harder in the early game, but now that I've kind of progressed a bit further, they're so easy. Like I pretty much finished most of these Mondstadt and Leeway bosses in one round, which is really great, you know? A little bit of a boost to my confidence. Maybe I've made a bit of progress. After farming for a bit, I went to my crafting table and crafted some of these pyro crystals and a few insignias for Arlecchino's Ascension. I also forgot to switch from Dory to Sucrose when crafting the insignias, so I ended up getting refunds on the materials instead of getting double drops, which is what I actually wanted. But it's alright, you know, it's done, and we did end up making it in the end. What's everyone's favorite art conquest? Actually, my favorites, okay, so let me actually give a ranking. I'd say my rankings in terms of art conquest are Sumeru, Fontaine, Inazuma, Liyue, Mondstadt, and Natlan. I really didn't like Natlan. I'm sorry. I think a lot of the characters I really liked, but in terms of the actual story, I just was not really interested. Now we are going to be collecting her local specialty. Her local specialty are the rainbow roses.
Off we go! Adventure time!
In terms of Sumeru, that was my favorite art conquest ever. I just loved Nahida so much. I felt like the story, just the layers that the story had, was so engaging and incredible. I really loved going through all of it and hearing all the plot twists. It was just incredible. I absolutely loved it. I think Sumeru will always have a special place in my heart. I have started Not Cry, but I'm still very close to the beginning, so I'm not sure what's happening yet. But I will update you guys on how much I do enjoy that one. I do think the Genshin's lore is one of my favorite parts of it, so yeah, I do think I'll be keeping you updated as more of it comes out and as I experience more of it. I personally don't like collecting local specialties. I always feel like it's the most boring part of building a character. It is kind of fun to just relax and run around the map, but it's definitely not my favorite part of farming a character. What did make it better was running around Fontaine, though. I do think Fontaine is just the most gorgeous nation. It is my favorite nation in terms of aesthetics, and so I really love just walking around and seeing the views. It did make the tedious nature of collecting local specialties a bit easier. I've been thinking that my next video might be a Not Cry exploration video. I haven't started Not Cry exploration or any exploration, to be fair, but specifically Not Cry exploration I wanted to do after I had finished the Art Conquest, and I do plan on finishing the Art Conquest very soon. And so after that, I do want to get into actually doing Not Cry exploration. I know there's a lot of rewards in Not Cry on top of the fact that the small parts I have seen have been really beautiful, so I'd definitely be excited for that, and we'll be filming that for you guys. I've also been thinking of filming Imaginarium Theater and Abyss runs. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that, but if you would be, please let me know in the comments. That might be my next video too. I'm still deciding between it being exploration or an Imaginarium Theater run, but we will see. I also needed to farm more insignias for Arlecchino's Ascension, and so I did end up going around the map and farming skirmishers. I honestly think, I guess, farming these low-level enemies is my favorite part. It feels like it's just entertaining enough because you are fighting, but also easy enough that you can just chill and enjoy it. I don't know, I do think this is my favorite part, so I always enjoy this part. Or let me rather say I enjoyed it in the beginning. I feel like when you really trying to speedrun ascending a character, it can get really tedious at some point. Okay, we are now going to be ascending Arlecchino. I am super excited. I realized that I actually did not farm enough skirmishers. I didn't have enough of the lowest level insignias, so we had to go back and farm a few of those. Okay, after farming all of the materials, we are finally ready to ascend Arlecchino. I love her little glitch animation. I just think it is so cool. Oh my gosh. She's just such an aura farmer. I don't know.
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not. Some.
And there we go. She has finally been ascended past 80. Arlecchino is actually the first character I've ascended past 80, as you can see by the achievement. So I am super, super happy. Okay, so the next thing we'll be leveling up is Arlecchino's weapon. I already started leveling up her white tassel before I pulled for her, so that's why it was already at level 60. But right now I am just crafting these knives that she needs to ascend the white tassel. I was contemplating about using the Dragon's Bane instead of white tassel just because I don't have the white tassel at R5 yet. I only have it at R2, and I know that Dragon's Bane is a 4-star and good for Vaporize, but I ultimately decided to just level up my white tassel, and I will be exploring the way to find more white tassel copies so that I can get my white tassel to R5. I thought I had enough of these knives, but I still had to go out and farm a few more of them, so that is what we're up to now.
Shower me with praise! Wind, hear me!
So I actually went to convention recently, and I ended up getting this really, really cute Hydro Slime plushie. I love going to conventions and getting plushies of all my favorite characters from my favorite shows and games. So I was really happy to find a Hydro Slime plushie. I also ended up getting a plushie of Chopper from One Piece. I don't know if any of you guys have watched One Piece. I kind of started getting into it this year. I am liking it. It is a bit of a comfort show. Like, it does definitely have a bit of a plot, but I think just because of how long the episodes are and how they draw things out, I kind of have it as almost a background noise kind of show, as opposed to the type of show that you lock in on the entire time it's playing. I know some people are like fully locked into One Piece, but I don't think I'm like a mega fan like that yet. I am finding it really fun and am enjoying the show right now though. And we have finally completed Arlecchino's white tassel. It is at level 80 R2. I will continue to explore Leeway and get it to R5, but for now, this is pretty good. Now, moving on to her artifacts, I decided that I was going to put her on a 4-piece Gladiators finale. I'm just going to put her on that until I can farm the Whimsy domain because I honestly was not feeling like going artifact farming. So I just decided to use what I have for now since I've heard that Gladiators finale is pretty good on Arlecchino. It is always so difficult to get good stats on artifacts, but I really did try my best to get some decent ones.
Sometimes the two conflict. Balancing the two is a discipline in its own right. Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
ended up leveling up this goblet because it had pyro damage bonus. Ended up leveling up this goblet with a pyro damage bonus stat. I also decided to steal Yanfei's circlet because it had a crit damage stat and I really needed that for Arlecchino.
The case before us is a strange and unprecedented one indeed.
While I was leveling up my artifacts, I realized I really need to be farming for artifacts because I don't even have fodder for leveling up my artifacts. Like I was barely able to level up my feather, but we made you. I also realized that I just didn't have enough gladiators pieces, so I tried to strongbox, but I got really bad pieces, so I didn't even end up using any of them. Kind of a waste of time and artifacts, but what can we do? Right now, my Farina's on a bunch of off pieces, and the sands that she was on was a gladiator's piece, and I wanted that for Arlecchino. So I just quickly leveled up this piece to give to her so that I could steal the piece she had before and give it to Arlecchino. And those are my artifacts done. Now finally we will be working on Arlecchino's talents. I prioritized her normal attacks as that's where most of her damage comes from. I also ended up leveling up her burst. I will be leveling up her skill a bit later, but for now I just leveled up those two. I ended up running out of insignias, so I had to farm more skirmishers in order to get more of them. Llama is so pretty, oh my gosh. I can't wait to build her. Right now I basically just use her as a dendro applier, but I'm thinking of building her as a DPS even though I know she's more of a bloom support. I just love her a lot and I want to be able to play her on field. Crafting the insignias. I ended up leveling up her normal attacks to level 6. And we leveled up her burst to level 5. Finally, I decided to test Arlecchino out by having a bit of a showcase. In the showcase, I'll be using Farina, Bennett, and Layla. I decided that I'd be testing my build out on this Inazuma boss. Now, this is literally the first time that I've consistently been able to hit 10k and crit at 30k, so I'm honestly really happy with this build. Thank you so much for coming with me to build Arlecchino. I'm pretty happy with my build, but I will be continuing to build her over time. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.